What's going down, guys? Texas Fan and Rehab here with a follow-up about day 2 in the draft that we have for the Houston Texans. Man, after day 1, man, you thought we couldn't get any more excitement going on, man. All of the moves that Nick Caserio made to not only do uh, what I wanted to do as far as drafting a quarterback, C.J. Stroud in particular, with the second pick, but also to move very aggressively and move up to number 3 spot and then take Will Anderson again. Like, this is just something that's unprecedented from the Houston Texans, man, of course. So to follow up day 1, what did they do with day 2? Hey, look, they got aggressive again, man. They moved up 3 spots from the spot where they were at in the 3rd round just to get back into the 2nd round. And with the pick that they had, they selected a center, Juice Scruggs. Now, Juice Scruggs is from Penn State. He's a versatile old lineman. He can move around, but let's be real. Like, the spot that they need him to be at is center. And so he's played a significant amount of time at center. He's done his thing there. So they'll have the opportunity to groom him up and coach him up and get him to where they need him to be so they can fit him in that slot, that vacancy that they have available right now. Now, outside of that pick, what else did they do? They moved up again 4 spots this time in the 3rd round so that they can get a hometown boy, Nathaniel Tank Dell. And I think, like, if you have been following U of H, you know that Tank Dell, as he goes by, he is the most aggressive and elusive player on the team. Like nobody can catch this dude, man. Like, as a wide receiver, man, you put the ball in his hands and, like, just watch the show, man. He is Devin Hester-esque. He is, X Factor-esque. I mean, this dude here, man, he gets the ball in his hands and it's just, get your popcorn ready, man. He's an explosive type player. He's a small kind of guy, but I mean, this dude is a water bug, man. I mean, he moves around on the field and makes things happen. So very exciting time. As a player, he actually messaged the team. He said on Instagram he got in the DMs to try to see if he could if he could leverage them in any kind of way to say, hey, I want to stay at home, like, pick me up, fellas. And the Texans came calling, man, and that's exciting, man, because we definitely needed a wide receiver. To get a wide receiver of this caliber, man, he's going to be electric for us, man, and he's a hometown boy. And again, the Texans haven't made it a real focus to bring in cats from right here in the city that can, I guess, encourage the fans or give somebody that the fans can kind of, lock in on. I think the last time that I saw that happen was with Ross Blacklock, and then they kind of spent a little time not coaching them up the way that they needed to and really bringing them up and grooming them the way that they wanted to, that they should have. Let's say it that way, that they should have. The Texans have obviously, a bunch of picks that they started the draft with, but, Nick Caserio has proven and shown that he's going to be using those draft picks however he needs to get where he needs to go. I mean, this is probably the brighter side of the Deshaun Watson situation. After all of that time that we spent waiting to see what was going to happen and how that was going to shake, here we go with, a bunch of picks that came out of that deal for this year and next year. And, man, Caserio is definitely doing a lot of grocery shopping with that, man. So right now, I would say that the Texans have the number 2 draft going on as far as ranking or grading or whatever. The only other team that I can think of that probably has a better draft grade than them right now is probably the Philadelphia Eagles. So that's very exciting because, of course, the Eagles are going to get a little extra shine because they were also in the Super Bowl this past year. And then they drafted, top defensive players at the top of the draft. So, you can't fault them either. But we definitely made an impact with where we've gone so far with the picks that we made. We've definitely been drafting for need and taking, full attention on those things. I can't wait to see what the Texans do today. The Texans, I believe, have 6 picks left between the remaining rounds. I don't think that they have a 7th rounder, but I have to make sure I catch up on that. I'm a little bit groggy right now. Long night. But the Texans... The Texans still have a couple pieces that they need to add in on the defensive side. Hopefully they can kind of, get those taken care of. And then at this point, man, you just take best available, in my opinion. We'll see what the Texans do to try to make that work. But I'm going to tell you, man, Nick Caserio is definitely putting his bid in for executive of the year. and I'm all here for it, man. Like, I've been looking forward to this for a long time. Of course, Texans fan in rehab, so they're bringing me out, man. Like, they're bringing me and a bunch of other people that have been kind of laying low, and we've been watching. Our heart's still been in the right spot, but we just have been waiting for the team to kind of turn the other corner, man, and let's get this thing coming back. And definitely we can see some things starting to happen now. So, man, we're excited, man. We're on board. Of course, Texans fan of rehab, man. I'm out.